Hello, welcome back. Last time I finished a pretty satisfactory reroute of Flavesco Forest, and now I'm in the mines. Sorry, not forest, caves, the Chapter 2 one. Fast travel, right, okay, so that's when the game first tells you about that. In case you've been doing it manually until then. Did I ever look at what this gives? It gives that. I haven't really been consistently looking at those. Alright, well, I mean, this seems like something I obviously want to take, but let's take a peek around first just to be sure. Okay, I'm remembering some stuff about this layout. Yeah, alright. It's been a bit, but not that long, you know. Alright, I mean, clearly I want this. Defense is prioritized high. Hold on, but do I clearly want to use that key on it? Because there's another option. Take 400 damage. Yellow key can get me 300 there. 345. Okay, that's actually an interesting choice now that I look at it. That is an interesting choice. Given how low my keys are, what are my options for doing stuff about that? 40 for a yellow there. 180 for a yellow here. Right, I wanted to wait for this room until it wasn't... Okay, this is not the worst of ideas, but this one's probably better right now. This is probably something I'm going to take soon. 20 times 2. Oh, here we go. I can get health here at the shop. Can also get key. Okay, so yellow for 400. No, sorry, 300. Yellow for 300 is kind of the standard right now. Don't need blue yet, that will change, it hasn't at the moment. Okay, things are a little bit tight, whoopsie. This is something I want as early as I can get it. Right, so the thing is... Here, do I take 400 damage? So, I would. I guess the question is... how much value I can get out of a yellow key? What does key pressure just generally look like here? When's the first time I have a mandatory yellow key use? Not here, unless maybe this one to go that way. That does lead around, but not from... Yes, okay, so here. This is the first time I have a mandatory yellow key use. Between here and there, the stats that are available are several. And there's plenty of yellow keys available, for now. That will not necessarily last. Like, keys never become a solved problem. That just does not happen in this game. Okay, so then that would mean the question to ask is... I don't want to spend one yellow key to save 400 damage. If I can avoid it. So if that's not what I'm doing, this is 3 defense. 8 attack is not going to be available within 80 divided by 3 hits. There's just no way. Yeah, 8 attack, just I can't even see that much right now. So I'm gonna presume I'm doing that. And it seems very likely I would want to go and buy health from the shop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the correct move right now. Okay, so let's do it. Because I have the Greckles, and I will be wanting to buy that, and now is a good time. So, why would I do anything else? Alright, so Loader, hitting me 7 times. Yes, see, so that defense is pretty valuable. No way to get the 3 attack from here. I will have to go through at least one. But the 3 attack does exist in this room. I can't reach it, but it exists. I have no green keys, but I think some are available if I really want them from there. Yeah, so if I'm doing anything, I'm getting through here, and I'm almost definitely fighting you right away, unless I do have a route to 3 attack, which I kind of do if I open this. But the amount that saves is 27, very, very small, probably not worth considering. I'm also going to say this is not worth considering. I will do combat for those things. I'm going to fight you, buy another potion. Could have done that in the other order, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, so I'm done buying potions. That's as many as I can. Yeah, that's 300. I can, however, fight for them, and there are some very cheap ones still available, and some more expensive ones. And a not as more expensive here. Okay, this is what I want immediately. Okay. Going really aggressive here, but I think that's the correct choice. It usually is. So, this is very costly. That is not currently the correct choice, and also I would die doing it. 296, I could just barely do this. I think I never opened this door, and I think I still don't really want to. However, yeah... No, that's just not a great trade. +3 doesn't help you. Now that I have 2 more shield gems, I think now is perhaps the time to claim some Wraithwing health here. Okay, right, yeah, not yet. You're doing only 28, 14 per hit. That's not a lot of health, but, you know, it's some. For these, I probably want attack. Yeah, it'd be great to have 4 more attack before I touch those. I mean, not that big a deal, I guess. Cave Baby, 8 more. I would love to wait for that. I might have to take some suboptimal key trades, and if I am, I want to take them earlier and not do the fights for health. Pretty sure I'm going to zero those golems before I take that blue key. I guess I should take the bigger of the 2 first, just in case I can save some for the smaller. This is the wrong way. Also one of those for a yellow key, by the way. Right, and there's you. You're a pretty good prophet, but can be better still, especially with defense. That will help. So I do have a yellow key, which must be spent here. That does immediately get me health back. This is extra nice. That's even nicer than no it's not. It's slightly less nice than that. So take the other one first. If I go here, it gets me access to a better shop. Yes, this feels right. Wait. +5. Not within reach with this. Also, I have no keys, but I could fight for some. Okay, so hey, prices are... That's me, the stowaway. Too high for me. I could buy health, I guess. I could buy a yellow key, but 120 is the ones that I want. Okay. 120 is the ones I want. This gets me an angle I didn't have before. 2 yellow for 750. That's not great. I will hope not to open that. I might have to, though. It's probably the best available at the moment in terms of yellow for health trades. Okay, so goals beyond just survive and get to shop. I don't want to open this door. I don't want to open this door. Obviously, I don't want to open that door. So it's going to be these 2 and these fights. Blue key available here. I will wait a very long time for that. Okay, so now I did leave a shield gem behind. Very uncharacteristic of me, I know. I think getting the +7 first makes more sense. That's still a lot of damage, like it's going to be 462 after the threshold because the sword is facing south. Also there's this, but it only opens when I've been to both sides already. Right, rattlesnake and grappling hook in here, and grappling hook opens up things. Skips here. 2 of them. Goblin's gonna hit me slightly. That's fine, that's for a blue key, that's later. Skips here, oh hello. Wonder if I want to grapple before that. Probably? That does seem likely to me. Okay. Up there, that's the way forward. How much health is in the shop? 600 per pop, and I could buy one now, delaying my acquisition of defense, which I don't like so much. Okay. What are you hitting for? 168? Yeah, of course you are. 216? Sure, of course you are. +5, +3. That's a very, very small +3. Slightly less small +5. Back on previous level. One more time. There's a Wraithwing for 130, who is now dealing me 28 damage. Probably about time to take that. And what's it going toward? Okay, what do I need in terms of other resources? Actually, yeah, what is my next goal? Like, what am I gathering resources for? This? That's certainly one thing I want to do. I also just want Greckles to be able to buy stuff at the shop. They take a lot of defense to 0 cave wraiths. Here's attack I can claim for some health now. I mean, okay, so I've run myself into a pretty severe health pinch right now. Do I really want to wait on this until I have the attack? How many +3 thresholds are there? Goblin is 1. Loader is 1. There are no monsters here. Goblin and Loader, okay. Or Baby is +5. Goblin only goes down by 34. He's hitting me a lot of times, so defense highly valued for goblins. Is there equipment on this level? Well, yes, this. Other than that, no. Does getting here get me anything of interest? Yes, a grappling hook. Pretty sure I'm opening this door. And I know which blue key is doing it, and it's not the one on this level. Either of the ones on this level. Right, I can take the one sword hit and the one goblin hit and claim that and then deal with those later. When I'm there. That's not for a while, though. So it will take a yellow key and a blue key to get in here, and as I observed, there's no... Yeah, I'm not fighting this thing. I think that's just extremely unlikely. With that amount of health, it's just not gonna make sense. Probably. I'll check the Greckle count, but I strongly suspect that will not make sense. Okay, so... After I had that grappling hook, I'd be stuck in here a little bit, except I can blow my way out so I can do the rest of this room with no damage. As soon as I'm over that threshold, pressure is released pretty significantly. But that's still far away. Okay, so I think my pattern here is mostly going to be fight for yellow keys, take the Greckles I get out of that, and buy defense? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of kind of high hit counts here. Which means that attack doesn't save me as much as defense does. Although, I don't know, it's not... the numbers aren't quite so decisive on that. This driller. This driller makes me wonder. If I were to get 3 power gems before I touched him, which 3 would they be? So, right, okay, so no, if I had a yellow key, I could already make loaders and goblins cheaper by 1 step. Okay, what's the cheapest yellow key available? It's going to be on this level. I think a Wraithwing Guards one for 28. Golem Guards one for 162. And that's it. Those are all that are available. I could buy one for... how many Greckles? $30 Greckles, or fight a Wraithwing, or... okay. I'm gonna do this. I don't like delaying acquisition of stats, but I don't get a choice, so try to delay intelligently. Really? This is what I'm doing? That's what it looks like. I'm not happy about that choice. I am about to fight a loader and a goblin, though. Okay, so what does that do to their thresholds? +2 for both Ore Baby and Goblin now. And there's an Ore Baby between me and this. Loader, however, is now at +7. That goblin? No, I'd prefer these. Really? Okay, so cumulatively that saves me 78. On a goblin it saves 34. So yes, the goblin. Fight the goblin for that gem, fight those for this gem, fight the hewer... driller for that defense. And in order to do all those things, it's gonna take... oh, some health. Quite a lot, actually. And if I'm spending this many Greckles on health, would it not be better to just have bought the defense directly? But defense is not all I'm doing here. Okay, well again, I'm speculating. If I feel too unhappy with this route, I'll go back and do a different thing, but... I don't know yet. This is what I'm doing? Is that? Yes, because I need the health for a... oh, something I'm actually unhappy about. But that gets me to 52. Maybe I can make sense of this still. 52 means... I can buy this health now. With that health, I can do the things I just talked about doing. Wait. +4 now. 144. Oh, right, sorry, you weren't the one. It was the... okay. So at this point, although the driller will have gone down, I don't have enough health for it anymore. Okay, so that's an issue with this route. I'm gonna have to start yellow keying for health, so therefore I should go for the most profitable one, which appears to be this. So 2 yellows for 750 right now. Or do I go in here? 1 for 600, I think. Does that orb... what does that orb do? Yeah? Oh, I can claim these keys for not a lot of hits, I think. I can, yes. 308 for this. I can nearly do that. Still speculating. Right. I suppose my next action to gain some health would be to fight this loader. 6 hits plus 1. 3 hits plus 15. This will improve faster, so therefore I fight the baby instead. Do I do this now? That's the theory. How's the loader? I can take him. Okay, well, I mean, I can do those things. Let's say I did. So now you're out of the way, not taking up the space in my mind anymore. Oh, by the way, there's you too. I should have fought you instead. Okay. This puts me here. Speculating was later, I think. My rep is 0, my gur is higher. I just bought a thing. Yeah, no, this is definitely later. Right, I was speculating on buying that key. Let's try rerouting that. With the idea in mind that those things that I did are roughly what I want to do. What was I doing with this key? That, I think? That sounds right. Right, and so I got that attack, yes. Then I had to fight the Wraith Wing? Yeah, I fought the Wraith Wing, which got me health and Greckles. And I used the money to buy more health. I don't yet feel bad about those choices. But why would I buy health now? Yes, I know I need health, but there are a lot of other ways to gain health. Honestly, this guy now is probably the right choice. Let's try fighting instead of buying health. That way I can get shield gems quicker. Wait, what's the goblin sitting at? +2. The 2 was gonna come from... Or did you already... Right, okay, so, improve it +7. Driller needs 4 more. Yeah, so the point of this was to work on the driller. 2 more power gems. 1 more power gem helps with an ore baby. So that's why I take those potions. Do I have enough to make it all the way in there? Eyeballing it, I can't tell. It's very close. I think I just barely do. It'll be like 160 something, won't it? Yeah, okay. And I haven't spent my Greckles on shop health. So I don't yet have... Why don't I yet have one more attack? Why don't I yet have one more attack? Because I didn't kill the goblin. Interesting. That was the wrong way to go. What I meant to do was to kill the goblin. Okay. Who did I kill before the goblin? You. That, then goblin. With goblin killed, then I take the... or baby's health, and this fight gets delayed until after that. Okay, that's more like it. Right, then the driller gets cheaper. And that becomes my next target. 100 Greckles, I want to get to 120 to buy more defense. Down here's all this stuff. I'll be fighting for yellow keys shortly. Heroes are down to 222. That is nice. Alright, so driller's the next one I want to kill. I think this is how I do it. Is that enough? Yes. Okay. Okay, so I got the driller's defense. I have enough Greckles to buy more defense. So suddenly I have 6 more defense than I had. Okay. With these stats, can I recover? Or am I too deep in the hole to be able to proceed? How much for a yellow is this? 345 times 2 is more than 750 divided by 2. That would only be 325, so this is actually the best yellow key for health trade available. Neat, okay. Best yellow key for health trade available is there. That Wraithwing will now do, what, 20 damage? 8! Less than 20, alright. That's a real good yellow key. Other things worth looking at. You're down to 96. And we'll drop further with 8 more, and I think I do want to wait for that 8 more. Probably. Although this is available, 400 for 96, but I think I don't want to take it yet. It's going to be required to trade yellow keys for health, so I will take the most profitable one of those that I can, which is this. Okay. So next, I have 14 Greckles, not buying anything. Next I need yellow keys to get through here. These are looking so much less threatening than they were. So in terms of stats available, this waits for grappling hook. Yeah, there's just going to be no way to make that make sense otherwise. And there are no others. Except the ones I can buy. Okay. Well, cool. That made things straightforward. So yellow keys. That's green. Oh, hey, these are zeros. Neat. I'll take my Greckles. What's the cost of yellow keys in the other shop? I'd like to check. So got my blue. That's still not zeroed yet. Is anything here? There's one Wraithwing. Not yet. Still too early. There is no way I will ever take this. Don't look at that trade. There's zero chance I want that. Okay, these things. The color of key I need is yellow. I think I do fight this now. 8 attack is quite out of reach. There's no way I want to debrain this room. Right, so I can fight a 95 damage dealing golem for a 400 refund. If I need it. I think I don't yet, but I'm going to. So try not to go under, was it 95 or was it 98? I said 95, but I meant 98. Also there's you, you're probably how I'll get my other key. Because I do need 2. Maybe I take these 2 and turn them into health here at the second best yellow key for health trade. Still need another yellow for this gauntlet. Right. 2 is impossible unless I buy, which I won't be. Where this leaves my health is too low to proceed. Okay. What does it cost to buy health? Is it 50? It is 50. Oh, hold on. So I have a blue key in hand right now. With 1 more yellow, I could get to that grappling hook, which also comes with its own health. I guess I'll just once again ignore the rattlesnake, like I did before, because that just makes the most sense. And the grappling hook gets me a lot of stuff. I think this route makes sense. Now, the problem is I'm a little bit short of the necessary health for it. Which I fix by buying health. Yes, okay. So the route was that. Buy health. Use that health I just bought to get some yellow keys here, which will be these. Alright, so I need to use 1 on this, and the other on the grappling hook. Perfect! Now that feels like the right routing. Lair of a giant beast. Also shortcuts. There's attack here, don't care, I am going straight for this grapple. Yeah, so no getting back across here no matter what I do. Best I can do is preserve the route to the potion. Hello, rattlesnake. I would fight you, but that would cause me to die. So before you go anywhere, do this. And yeah, as I tried to do... Whoops, right, other way around, that's a bridge. Has that mechanic been in literally any other room in this hold? Is that the only bridge in the entire hold that drops? I think it might be. Alright, so. Did that make a save for grappling hook acquired? Yes it did. It called it obtained. Alright, so Rattlesnake is permanently locked off, cannot get its 50 grackles, or the many 50 gracklses at its tail. That's just gonna have to be okay with me. I have this amount of health. Let's do the things with the grappling hook right. I can go the cheaper way and save a green. Let's do the simple things with the grappling hook. The more complicated ones can wait. There's no way I'd rather have your grackles than just dodge the fight entirely, and same for the rest of you, right? 10, 8, and 18. I cannot imagine that is what I would prefer. There could be an order of operations thing here where I get more defense before I touch these things, because this involves taking 2 hits. So I'm not quite ready to commit to that defense yet, but before I take any more hits I should do something about it. And nothing else is immediately open, but yes, this defense I could get with 0 hits. Well, not true! I have to earn a yellow key first. And the grappling hook won't get me that. But okay, acquiring the grappling hook feels like a good halfway point. Next time, rest this level.